Hitmonchan, Hitmon Lee, Hitmontop. Which one do I turn my Tyrogue into? This question has plagued the Pokemon community since Generation 2. But what if I told you this question was going to get even more complicated? What if they got Mega Evolutions? Pokemon Emerald Elite Redux has introduced a Mega form for each member of the Hitmontrio, and each one gets 4 abilities at once. I will be going over each of them and determining which one you should evolve your Tyrogue into.
Okay, so I won't be talking like that the entire time, but I thought it added some dramatic effect. Anyway, let's start with the first one in the decks, Hitmon Lee. Hitmon Lee is the result you get when evolving your Tyrogue with an attack higher than its defense. Mega Hitmon Lee is now a dangerously powerful rock fighting type with crazy stats. Now, with 140 in attack and 117 in speed, this Pokemon is looking to end things quickly. Its defenses are okay, but it really doesn't want to take hits. Using the power of its moves combined with the power from its abilities can help with this. Also, I'm not a big fan of its shiny form, but you let me know what you think about it down below. Well, what abilities does Mega Hitmonlee get? Its signature ability, Roundhouse, ensures kicking moves always hit and attack the weaker of the foe's defenses. So hitting a bulky Pokemon like Mega Aggron will hit its low special defense stat instead of its monster defensive stat. This also lets it take full advantage of very powerful, low accuracy kicking attacks. These great kicking moves include Mega Kick, Triple Axle, High Jump Kick, and Blaze Kick. They are also being boosted by its other ability, Striker, which boosts kicking moves by 30%. Mega Kick and Fake Out are a must with its ability Mineralize, turning them into stab rock moves and giving them a 10% boost. Also, it gets Limber, so it can't be paralyzed. Pokemon with a very strong Fake Out are always valuable, especially ones that Ghosts can't avoid. It's great for finishing off low HP Pokemon on turn 1 or destroying a Focus Sash. I like to save them to help take out a foe that has too many speed boosts. High Jump Kick and Mega Kick are big hitters with a base power of 254 and 204 respectively with all their boosts. Triple Axle is great for coverage and breaking Sash if you know they have it, with a base power of 160. Now, keep in mind, all these very powerful attacks hit the foe's weaker defense, so uninvested low stats are being exploited for crazy damage. Basically, he has the trait of being a mixed attacker built into his DNA. Hitmon Lee is just a solid Pokemon all around, but is he the best choice? Next up is the boxing master Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan is the result you get when evolving your Tyrogue with an attack lower than its defense. Mega Hitmonchan, like Hitmon Lee, is also a very strong physical attacker and is now a fighting ground type like Great Tusk. Its stats are very similar to Hitmon Lee, but sacrifices some of its speed and useless special attack stat to add more bulk with 120 in special defense and 145 in attack. Again, I'm not really feeling its shiny form, but the blue gloves are pretty cool. Now, can its abilities take it to another level? Its main ability Parry is interesting and makes its lower defensive stat something you might hesitate to try and exploit. Parry reduces contact moves by 20%, and after being hit, it counters with a Mach Punch and the damage is solid. Its other 3 abilities are very punch based and very scary. Raging Boxer is the key to this whole operation. It causes punching moves to hit twice, with the second one doing half the damage. Power Fist makes punching moves attack the special defense and gives them a 30% boost. And Blitz Boxer, which gives all punching moves priority. So its speed being sacrificed isn't a huge issue. It's going to need some solid punching moves to take full advantage of these. Power Up Punch is going to be the key here. With it hitting twice, you get a +2 in attack. If you're able to KO the foe without taking damage to yourself, that's when the fun begins. Its other moves like Close Combat, Meteor Mash, Ice Punch, Drain Punch, and Seismic Fist will hit first at full health, hit twice, and do huge damage. Seismic Fist and Drain Punch are both stab, and Drain Punch can help you get back to full health and can make taking it out difficult with its bulk. Mega Hitmonchan can very quickly become a dangerous sweeper if Pokemon can't handle its attacks. Especially if you're able to knock out another Pokemon with Power Up Punch, or you can get an attack boost from Meteor Mash, the damage will start to get out of hand. A combination of ice, fighting, and ground moves provides almost perfect coverage. Depending on the team of the foe, Mega Hitmonchan can easily 6-0 a team if it's not ready for it. And now for Hitmontop, the forgotten one. Had to wait for the next generation to finally get introduced to the world. No longer in the shadow of the other two, it got a Mega Evolution at the same time. I believe they also gave it a shiny that looks great too. Hitmontop is the result you get when evolving your Tyrogue with its attack and defense being balanced. Mega Hitmontop perfectly represents this with its stats. With 135 in both attack and special defense, and now a fighting steel type, it has power as well as bulk. Steel is an incredible defensive typing, and his abilities play into more of a tanky role. Hitmontop is unique in that its base form actually can add to its skill set. Hitmontop's Intimidate ability lowers the foe's attack on entry, helping it survive even more. And things only get better after it Mega evolves. Its Mega also gets Intimidate, and it does activate again, lowering the foe's attack a second time, as well as Battle Armor, which blocks crits and reduces damage by 20%. It gets the special ability Spinning Top, which when using a fighting move, clears hazards and boosts your speed by 1 stage. It gets Technician to boost up low-powered moves by 50%. Its abilities aren't adding too much to its damage output, so how is Mega Hitmontop going to take over the game? Well, its move pool has some moves that can make it a threat. Its signature Triple Kick is boosted by Technician and was buffed in this game to do more damage. Each connecting hit will raise its speed by 1 stage. Other great moves like Stab Bullet Punch, Earthquake, Triple Axle, and High Jump Kick will do a good chunk of damage. With its move pool, it's not going to be a sweeper, but it is very helpful in taking out strong Pokemon that threaten your team. So, which one is worth evolving your precious Tyrogue into? They each play different roles and can attack teams in different ways, but there definitely is an alpha to this trio. Fittingly, in third place, we have Hitmontop, the Pokemon that was introduced to the world last and is last in today's rankings. It's the classic jack of all trades, master of none. Its balance with the lack of any really good setup moves makes it really hard for it to function. It can be great support, but Megas work better when they can take out multiple Pokemon. All it needed was Power Up Punch to get a speed boost and attack boost on 1 turn, but sadly it doesn't. And in second place, Hitmonchan, the boxing master. Now it is still a very good Mega, so it's not a bad pick, but it's inconsistent. It has great sweeping potential, but conditions have to be right. Keeping its health high is difficult, and unfortunately its ability Parry seems to be bugged and can cause the foe to hit you twice. Plus, its added ground typing seems to hurt it more than help it. Base Hitmonchan is just more consistent. And of course, the number 1 spot and the best choice is Hitmon Lee. While it's not perfect, it's very consistent and is a great addition to a team. If you can avoid getting outsped, you will consistently do powerful damage to opponents. Its added rock typing does give it more weaknesses, but it also gives it more resistances. It also makes its flying weakness neutral, which can be baited on your Mega turn. So there is your answer, folks. If you want your Tyrogue to be its best, consider evolving it into Hitmon Lee. If you liked the video, don't forget to like so I know if this type of video is something you want more of. If I missed anything, let me know, or if you feel one is better, let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.